Yo, what is good? March the 11th, Thursday, March the 11th, 2021, folks. Hope you are all doing well. Welcome. The Daily Crow is here, is live in the flesh. Yours truly. Hope you're doing well here on this Thursday. Got a lot to get into here on a Thursday. First things first, and I'll be damned if I don't have my whiteboard. Hold on one second. Forgot the whiteboard. I'll be damned if I forgot the whiteboard. Let's see. Okay. Yo, what is going on? Thursday, March the 11th, 2021. Taking your questions, comments, calls. 843-790-3377, guys. That's 843-790-3377. Content rolling here on a Thursday. It is game day. Believe it or not, it is game day. Gamecocks basketball does play tonight. I know many of you don't want to admit it. I know many of you don't want to acknowledge it. But basketball does play tonight. Gamecocks taking on the Ole Miss Rebels. Can South Carolina find some magic in the SEC tournament? Most of us say no. I guess that's why they play the game, though. Who knows? Let's see. Elizabeth Ballard, Trent, RJ, Phil, HML. What's going on? Hope y'all all doing well here on this Thursday. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Brandon Wagner, baseball team 11-0. Yes, sir. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I know I should have knocked this out before we went live, but I forgot. So apologies. We'll stick with the baseball theme. Fear the Reaper, which is almost like the baseball gods when you really think about it. The Reaper is the baseball gods for South Carolina. Again, guys, March the 11th, 2021, Thursday. Hope you're all doing well, guys. Before we get going, before we get rolling, I do want to tell you about our friends over at Flex Squad Fitness, because the Daily Crow is presented to you by our friends at Flex Squad Fitness, guys. And CJ Profit, the man behind it all, he's been a certified personal trainer for 10 years. And, guys, the reason CJ is so good at what he does is because he's literally been there and done that. He's lost the weight. He's been through the grind. He struggled with his own weight for many years until he eventually lost 85 pounds himself doing the exact same type of training that he does at the gym. And guys, at Flex Squad, they do one-on-one and small group training. Their program is a mix of strength, high-intensity interval training, and endurance training. And guys, the goal is to not only help people look great on the outside, but more importantly, make them stronger and more confident on the inside. And guys, like I said, CJ's so good at what he does because he's been there, he's done that. He's gone through the workouts. He's gone through the mental grind of things, the mental side of things, which I think is probably the toughest part in any fitness journey, any life endeavor, whatever it may be, getting over those mental hurdles. CJ has literally done that. He's going to be there with you every single step of the way, guys. The place changes people inside and out. You're not going to regret walking the door. You'll probably just wish you did it sooner. And guys, right now, they offer a free week for anyone who wants to try out their classes. Free week if you want to try out their classes, or 2 free one-on-one sessions to see what they're all about. Or guys, if you go right now, tell them Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. You're going to get your first month free. It's a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer. It's one hell of a deal. Again, that's our friends over at Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina. If you're in the Columbia area, Chapin, or even in the state of South Carolina, and you're looking for a new personal trainer, you're looking for a gym to go work out at, Flex Squad Fitness is the way to go. Again, that's Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina. Be sure to check them out and tell them that Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you, folks. Welcome in. Hope you're all doing well. We got a packed show. We got a lot to get into. We can talk kind of baseball from last night. Obviously, we did our watch along last night, and I will say had a really good time. A 4-hour stream. Crazy. I looked back at it. I was like, that thing went 4 hours long. So really fun, though. For those that tuned in, thank you so much. I had a blast. I really did. I had a blast. And, definitely something I want to do more of. I'm thinking at minimum, we will do a watch along for at least at minimum one of the Texas games this weekend. So I don't think it'll be Friday night because, like I told you guys, I'm actually having company over. I'm having friends over tomorrow night to watch the game. And like I said, I just really don't want to put them on the spot and be like, hey, by the way, you're going to be on camera. So I'm thinking Saturday and or Sunday. Now, again, like I told you guys, the watch along, as you saw last night, I don't stream the game or anything. So if you're looking to be able to watch South Carolina, Texas, because I know basically nobody gets Longhorn Network, we can't do that. I cannot stream the game because, again, they'll just rip it down, copyright stuff, all that BS. But if you want to tune in, follow along, see my live reactions, my live feedback, me going crazy in the process, all that good stuff, we might do it. I'll let you know. I will say tonight, though, we have got a pregame show before South Carolina Ole Miss. Gamecocks taking on the Rebels. Tip-off probably going to be 9:30. Knowing our luck, it'll probably be 10 o'clock. Who knows? But the Gamecocks taking on the Rebels. I will go live 8 to 8:30 for a pregame show. Like I told you guys, I'm going down with the sinking ship. I refuse to act like the season's over and we're just going to pretend like whatever, we don't even have a basketball season or we don't even have a basketball team. Nope. We got one more game to go. We've got the game tonight, and I think most of us believe that'll be the end of the basketball season. But you know what? We're going to ride this thing out until the very bitter end. So, so I'll go live tonight, 8:30, break down the game, preview the game, all that good stuff, kick it with you guys. RJ Kelly, I laughed so hard when the guy sprinted out of the bullpen last night, like go-ahead rocker 2.0. Yeah, their team was a bunch of just absurd people. Let me put it that way. Rick Beatty, if baseball has a sweep this weekend, will you shave your head? No, I will not. No, absolutely not. I will not do that. No. That would be a punishment. Why would I do that to myself? Baron Gaston, I heard that a lawmaker is trying to rename the court at CLA after Dawn Staley. Yeah. So they're pushing that. And I posed the question on Twitter yesterday, and I asked you guys, would you want them to go ahead and rename it? Or do you want them to wait until Dawn Staley's tenure is completed at South Carolina? What would you prefer? I'm indifferent on them. If they really wanted to rename it right now, I have no issues with it. I think, if they wanted to wait, I have no issues with it. You know what I mean? It really doesn't move the needle for me one way or the other. I think it's something that's going to happen eventually either way. So, Burton Campbell, Longhorn Network is available to Dish customers on channel 407. Lee Harold, this sucks. I haven't been to a Gamecock baseball game in years and live about 2.5 hours from Austin. I'm going to be out of town for the week. That's no bueno. My friend. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls as well. 843-790-3377. The phone lines are indeed open. Let's see. Jaden and HML say wait. USC Insider also says wait. Travis Farrell, what's going on, man? What's going on? Again, Thursday, March the 11th, 2021. Obviously, big win for the Yardcocks last night, staying undefeated, staying perfect on the season, 11-0, and it all comes down, folks, like I said, to win anyway. Win anyway. That's it. Comes down to win anyway. So finding a way to win, and, I don't know why the Citadel felt like it was a good idea to piss off the Gamecock dugout, but that is certainly what they did, and the Gamecocks made them pay for it. So, I don't know. It was, I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they did that. So, I did see, by the way, people said that Pro Football Focus is doing a Who is DBU bracket. And South Carolina was listed as a 6 seed and went up against Alabama, who was a 3 seed, and Alabama actually won the matchup. So, bro, I don't care, man. It is what it is. I mean, hey, the fact we're listed in the top 6 of who DBU is, I think is still pretty damn impressive. So, whatever. I mean, whoever wins, who gives a shit? It's just some random Twitter poll or whatever. RJ Kelly, the spread for tonight's game, Ole Miss open is a 7.5-point favorite. I will check right now to see if that line is moved. I'd imagine it's stayed right where it's at. I'd imagine it's stuck right there. God, I really, guys, like, I hate to even complain that we have sports. Okay, so it's 7. So the line's at 7. It really hadn't moved all that much. I just hate that we have the 9 o'clock tip. Like, I can't sit here and lie to you. Like, I hate that we have the 9 o'clock tip. That is so brutal. Absolutely so brutal that we have that. I mean, again, guys, we realistically probably won't tip off until like 9:30. I mean, so the game won't be over till at least 11. At least 11. Just... Savannah says, none of us will hold it against you if you don't stay up with the podcast. No. It's going to happen because tomorrow's show is actually going to be, I'm going to drop my prediction for the Texas series as well. Now, what I might do, if we're, I'll be totally honest with you guys, if we're losing by like 30 at half, then I might say, screw it. I almost said something I shouldn't have said. I might say, screw it. And, record the show at halftime just to like try to, beat it. You know what I mean? So I'm not up till midnight, because again, I think more so if the game goes how we're expecting, tomorrow's podcast is more going to be like a celebratory, thank God the season's over. That's literally what it's going to be. There's not going to be game breakdown and analysis and like none of y'all care. I mean, let's just be honest, right? Like none of y'all really care. About the game, especially if we lose. So, yeah. But the focus of tomorrow's show, my prediction for the Texas series. Again, if you guys didn't notice or if you didn't see or didn't hear, whatever, today's podcast, episode 398, broke down everything with the Texas series, but holding my prediction. And that's going to be the new format. I will from now on drop my series predictions on Friday. So the prediction is going to get its entire own show. And we'll talk about the series even more in depth and break it down and go game by game. And I'll give my overall prediction, of course. But, yeah, that's going to be the new method moving forward as we go throughout the season. RJ Kelly over underscoring, us scoring 80 tonight. I'm going to go under. We can't shoot. Savannah Webster, just tuned in. What were your thoughts about last night? Good Mo for the weekend. I mean, of course, you won. I mean, of course you have – it's good Mo, and you have positive vibes and you got momentum, like you said. I mean, it's definitely good Mo. The game last night, I mean, listen, those – I don't put too much stock in what happens in a midweek game one way or the other. Just find a way to win. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to draw conclusions about your ball club from a midweek game. So, hey, you found a way to win the game. Was it pretty? No. But a lot of times in the midweek, it's not pretty. You're throwing a lot of guys that maybe don't get to throw, and you're playing with the lineup. And, it's not always going to be pretty in the midweek. It's all about simply just finding a way to win, and South kind of did that. So I feel, obviously, hey, you're 11-0. You couldn't ask for a better scenario going into Texas. You're literally 11-0. So, so I feel good about it. I'm really excited for this Texas series. Again, I broke it all down on the show that dropped this morning, and I broke down my top storylines, from everything from, this series being 2 decades in the making with the history aspect of the 2002 College World Series to, the matchup I'm probably most looking forward to the weekend, which is Thomas Farr against Ty Madden tomorrow night. I think that's going to be absolutely one for the ages. Wes Clark, he's in a little bit of a slump. 0 for his last 9. Can he break out amongst a host of other things as well that I think fans need to watch for? And, of course, key player, all that good stuff. A full breakdown, like I said, going into the series this weekend. I'm excited for it, man. I am so pumped. I'm so pumped for this series. It's going to be college baseball at its finest. It really is. I mean, either way, no matter how it turns out, guys, I said this about the Clemson series, and I will say it yet again about this one. It's funny. We're on the 1-year anniversary, basically, that everything shut down. Everything went to hell. In the midst of the madness, in the midst of the tension, in the midst of the nervousness that we're all going to have this weekend, just take 5 seconds to soak it all in. Like, damn, this is as good as it gets when it comes to this sport. So really appreciate it. Really value it. You know what I mean? Like, really enjoy it. Really enjoy it. Because again, it feels like it's been a while since South Carolina athletically in any sport was on the big stage playing in a series or a game like this where there were so many implications and where it really did feel like it mattered. You know what I mean? So I can't wait. I absolutely can't wait. I'm fired up again. First pitch tomorrow at 7:30, Saturday at 7, and then Sunday at noon. I just absolutely cannot wait. Horns down. Horns down. Let's get it going early. Horns down. So Jaden Harris, yeah, I'll fill out a bracket. I mean, why not? You know what I mean? I mean, why not? I mean, South Carolina, of course, and my bracket's probably going to be miserable, by the way, because guys, I don't know about you all. I don't know how much sports you watch outside of South Carolina, but me, man, I stay so wrapped up in watching South Carolina and creating content around South Carolina. I really don't watch anybody else. I mean, I'll every now and then catch the opponents that South Carolina's playing, but I really don't watch anybody else, to be honest with you. I stay so. I mean, at this point, this is going to sound bad, but at this point, it's like if I'm not making content around said sport, I'm like, what's the point? I mean, the Braves are probably the one team that I'll watch that, like, obviously I'm not going to make content around them. But I enjoy watching because I love baseball. So. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. By the way, the vlog has dropped. Behind the Beak, episode 10. It has dropped on YouTube. I'm going to post it to social media right after we get off here at 1 o'clock. I'll throw it up, obviously, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. But really fun stuff, man. The vlog is turning into, which you guys give me feedback if you like this or not, but it's turning into like very much just kind of documenting my life, like more of a day in the life type of deal, which I think is fun. I think it's cool. Last year when I did it, or even 2 years ago, I tried to make it like all cinematic and music. And I think really people more so just want to see like the real unfiltered, what kind of goes on behind the scenes. So this week, or the one that drops next week, but this week's vlog or next week's vlog, whatever you want to call it, going to be really exciting because, again, all my buddies coming over tomorrow night. We got the Texas series. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be really, really fun. So, yeah, that dropped on YouTube. And like I said, I'll be putting that up on social media as well. She Who Shall Not Be Named made a few appearances. I went to Pilates. That's another thing, like very random stuff in the vlog. I'm trying to make it like funny, random, not just like all South Carolina work, whatever. You know what I mean? Like you guys get a feel for what goes on, behind the scenes a little bit, what we kind of get into. So. Oh, yeah. Rumor NCAA football is going to be released in July 2023. Yeah, I saw that. Somebody else said, Leonard Matthews says they got to give us a reason to care, Chris. And I agree. Listen, I'm not blaming fans for not caring about basketball. I mean, listen, I'll be totally honest. If I was just a normal fan and didn't have the Spurs up show, I wouldn't even watch the game tonight. I will be totally honest with you. I would have checked out weeks ago. So Matthew Fort, Terminex Pest Player of the Game. Johnny Paul, R.I.P. Johnny Paul is down bad, friends. That's got to be Potato. That has to be Potato. And he just changed his name. There's no way that's not Potato. let's see. SEC Football Tube, what's going on? What's up? Steven, what's up? Scott Stamey, if you ever try to get A'ja Wilson on the show. Yeah, so I've DM'd her before. Just haven't gotten a response. So I've DM'd her, just have not gotten a response. I'd love to have A'ja on the show. Arguably the greatest, the most accomplished Gamecock athlete of all time. Arguably, for sure. So I think that'd be awesome. I'd love to make it happen, no doubt. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. I'm thinking there might be more workout content, by the way, for next week, because I think I just got signed up for a yoga class this afternoon. A yoga class. So that could be fun. That could indeed be fun. So we will see what happens. So SEC Football Tube, A'ja Wilson's a legend. Feels like legend is an understatement. The legacy she left was amazing. I mean, yeah, she has a statue. So definitely, she definitely left her mark. There's no question. Jaden Harris, I had no problems with the Citadel going into the game, but what that group were a bunch of jackasses. Dude, yeah. I'm thinking one of the awards we might start handing out post-series. I think one of the awards we might start handing out post-series is going to be the Slap Dick of the Week award. So I think inspired by the Citadel. So we might start handing out the Slap Dick of the Week award. Just kind of the person that stands out or the thing that stands out from the series where it's like that person, that thing right there. So no, I've never done yoga. So should be interesting. But yeah, I'm going to try to come up with like some funny awards, like maybe like the Reaper of the Week or something like that, or the I don't know, something. The Cock of the Walk. I mean, we have so many funny things we can do with our mascot. Yeah, so many just ridiculous, absurd things in that Citadel game last night. Like just, and I really debated. I was like, should I say this in the post game? But I was like, there's no other way to say it. There's just no other way. I'm going to say exactly how I feel. So I just like those dudes, man, just crazy. Just crazy. Let's see. We got a text here. What's up, Chris? It's Robbie Davis. The Citadel poked the rooster too many times and they got the spur. Hope you're doing well. Go Gamecocks. Thank you, Robbie. Yeah, I agree. They pissed off Carolina baseball when they shouldn't have. That's for sure. Scott Stamey, what were they doing or saying? So, really what happened was, and what was the kid's name again? The pitcher? One of their pitchers, left-handed pitcher, throwing like 80 poo, gets a ground out to end the inning. And whatever. They're fired up. They're playing South Carolina. It's like their Super Bowl. I totally get it. But the kid isn't just fired up. The kid's fired up and walks off the field and is like cussing out the Carolina dugout. I mean, just blatantly going at them. You know what I mean? So there was that. Then one of their relievers sprints in from the bullpen. Like the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. One of the most ridiculous things. That were the main things. And the other thing, you had a pitcher who had like his pants and his socks weren't connected and his knees are out. Just a Bush League look. But really the kid, the left-handed pitcher that went nuts, Simon Graff, I think his name was. I think that's his name. That just really got everybody ticked off, honestly. So, yeah. Steven, if you could pick 3 South Carolina athletes to build statues of, which 3 would you pick? And I'm not gonna put anybody that already has a statue. The 3 that I think I would add right now, I would add a statue of Ray Tanner to Founders Park. I would add a statue of Connor Shaw to Willie B. Winningest quarterback. Undefeated at home. Needs a statue just for that alone. And the other one I would add is Alex English. outside of Colonial Life Arena. Arguably the most successful alum to ever come through. NBA Hall of Famer, guys. Like, the fact he doesn't have a statue is like the most absurd thing. I mean, all due respect to A'ja Wilson, bro. A'ja Wilson, unbelievable career. But Alex English is an NBA Hall of Famer. How does he not have one? How does he not get one? So, just, whatever. That's the three I would go with. No, I don't think a Clowney statue, man. I love Clowney, and I think he had a great career at South Carolina, but is he statue worthy? I don't necessarily think so. When I think of like statue worthy, I'm trying to think of people who really transcended success, had success even off the field, that were like a transcendent player, changed the game at the University of South Carolina. I think Connor Shaw was one of those players. So even Lattimore, I think he was one of those players. No, I would not put up a Spurrier statue. I may name the field after Spurrier, but I mean, he's already got the indoor facility. And I know a lot of fans would not be on board with that. I know a lot of fans would not be a huge fan of that because of how things ended. But I mean, I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate a Spurrier statue. I mean, whether people like it or not, he's the winningest coach in school history, and he did things at South Carolina that may never be accomplished ever again. So that's just the facts. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Let's see. USC Insider said Spurrier needs one for sure. I'd be down. I'd be okay with it. But I will tell you this, at Founders Park right now, you either need a statue of Ray Tanner or I could say, you need a statue of Whit Merrifield holding the arms up like this, walk-off hit. You need that. Let's see. RJ Kelly, what about Todd Ellis? I'll pass on a Todd Ellis statue. The guy threw 73 interceptions. Like, I'll pass. Jacob Edwards, the Citadel defense really gave it away last night. I will tell you this. That was crazy. I thought, what was it, the second inning? Maybe third, whatever inning it was, where that shortstop booted that ball. God, I couldn't believe that. I mean, that's as routine as routine gets. I mean, I know he's a college shortstop, but my God. My goodness. So. Bro, I'll just say this too. I'll say this too, because I see people on social media and like, listen, I have nothing but respect for the Citadel guys and, the service that, a lot of them are going to give to our country. And I truly appreciate it. But like, if you want me to feel bad for the Citadel baseball team, or like, why I'm sorry, I'm not going to walk on eggshells when talking about the Citadel or their players. Like, no, they're college baseball players, bro. Like that's what they signed up for. They're college baseball players. So, and if they'd have won, would they have won with humility? It doesn't look like they would have. So, I mean, bro, like, appreciate what y'all are doing. But no, I mean, they chose to do it, bro. It ain't like they put a gun to their head and made them go. So, I'm just seeing people on Twitter like, oh, man, lay off the Citadel, man. Don't get – I mean, dude, like, I don't have any hate to them, but, like, You act like a slapdick, you're going to get called a slapdick. Just bottom line. Like, there's no other way to put it. When you portray slapdick antics, we're going to call a spade a spade. I don't give a damn where you go to school. It's like absurd. I mean, dude, I don't care where you go to school, Navy, Army, Citadel. I don't give a damn. This is college sports. These are college athletes. Come on. Let's see. Savannah Webster, West actually went 0 for last night. He's now 0 for his last 9. So I don't want to say West is slumping, but, compared to him hitting 700 to start the year, he's slumping a little bit, I guess. But no, West has hit a little bit of a lull, which look, I knew would come. We knew it would come. I mean, again, the guy was so hot, was red hot to start the year. We knew he'd come back down to earth a little bit. So he's fine. He's fine. I definitely think it's a big storyline going in the weekend, just how he swings it, because, he's one of your dudes. You need him to swing it well. He's in that 3-hole for a reason. And, I'm not saying he needs to go out there and hit 5 home runs this weekend. That'd be nice. But, he needs to, help this team, bottom line. So you got to have your 3-hole guy come through for you. You got to get production out of that spot. So it should be a great series this weekend, though. Should be a fantastic series. I'll ask you guys this, by the way. Let's switch gears a little bit on the basketball side of things. How do you guys feel knowing this is probably the last game that we'll see AJ Lawson in a South County uniform? So, Matthew Jones, statue of Reptar, fear the fish. Tyrell Campbell Sr., I went to the Citadel versus South County baseball game a few years back, and they were showing highlights of them beating us in football the year Spurrier left. I strongly believe they would not have won humbly if they could have, considering they were showing football highlights at a damn baseball game. Just saying. Yeah. I mean, bro, you talk the smack, you're going to get it back. Bottom line, no matter where you go to school. So, Johnny Paul. He's back, and he updated his little icon to a Clemson. See, Johnny Paul was trying to speak it off last night like he wasn't a Clemson fan. And this is what Johnny Paul said, by the way, just talking out the side of his neck, spoken like a true Gamecock fan, hating on a military school that has men fighting for their country and your freedom so you can be an ass on Twitter. Johnny Paul again. Bro, I know people that went and played baseball at the Citadel. They're normal dudes, and nobody's forcing you to go there. So if you act like an ass on the field, I'm going to call you an ass. I don't give a damn where you go to school. I really don't. I really don't give a damn where you go to school. I appreciate what you're doing. Appreciate you fighting for our freedoms. Appreciate your service. But last night, those guys on the field, they're college baseball players. They're not in Afghanistan. They're playing a college baseball game in Charleston, South Carolina. So, I mean, you swing at the Gamecocks and you talk shit, they're going to call you out on it. We're going to call you out on it, bottom line. So if you don't like that, Johnny Paul, I guess you can get back in your feelings or whatever. But I'm not sorry for calling them slapdicks because that's how they acted. So, I mean, don't act like a slapdick if you don't want to be called a slapdick, Johnny Paul. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, and not all of them are going into the military. That is a common misconception for sure. But again, I'm not like hating on the Citadel. Like, it's not like I like literally hate them. It's whatever. It is what it is. I mean, dude, emotions are part of the game. If we don't have emotion, it's not fun. I mean, it is what it is. They talk crap. We talk crap. Game's over. Wish them the best. I mean, dude, Blake Cooper is literally my guy. Has been on my show. I have his signed jersey in my studio. I hope they crush this year. But I mean, their dude poked the bear. Like, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do? So, it is what it is. Hey, but you know what? It's what makes college baseball great when you have that type of emotion and the intensity and, Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Your best player is here. Yep, Duke's season is over. How about that, by the way? Duke's basketball season's over. All right, so quick question. I want to gauge the audience. Will y'all be watching the basketball game tonight? Will you be watching it? I'm very curious. Will you be watching the game? W. Luttrell says no. There's no wrong answer here because, like I told you guys, if I didn't do the Spurs Up show, if I was just a normal fan, I wouldn't watch it either. I'll be totally honest with you. I wouldn't be tuned in. I mean, I just got to be so blunt and honest, man. This team has given us no reason to watch, to be honest. I mean, I'm going to, obviously, of course, like I said. Because here's the thing. We did the watch along last night, and I was like, oh, man, like we could do it for basketball. But then I'm like, what's the point? Nobody wants to watch the game. And if what happens, what we think is going to happen happens, it's just going to be misery for 2 hours. So why do it? You know? Why do it? So, excuse me. Rhett Godbolt says, does last night's game give you concern going into Texas? No. I mean, dude, it's a midweek game. I mean, I don't put too much stock into a midweek game one way or the other. Like, if we'd have won 20-0, I wouldn't have said, oh, we're going to go sweep now. Like, midweek games are random. You know, they crazy things happen in the midweek. You know what I mean? So I don't put too much stock into it one way or the other. And again, the transitive property does not work in baseball. The game is random. Bottom line, I mean, the statistics give us ideas of what might happen, but the transitive property, just simply put, does not work in baseball. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. Scott Stamey's going to watch. Good. Tyrell Campbell Sr., I will check updates. That's about it. My blood pressure's too high for that. Eric Shelley says, not 1 second. Billy Prince, too. I'd rather paint my house than watch this basketball team, and I hate that I feel that way. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. USC Insider, I watch until we are down by 10. So if they go on a 10-0 run to start the game, you're just out. You're done. You're done. Let's see. Savannah Webster, if we go undefeated before conference play, can we stink in conference and still make the supers? No, I wouldn't say stink in conference. You need to go 500 or better, I think, definitely. And I would say, I mean, if you went undefeated, dude, if you start conference play at 15-0, you're not going to stink in conference. So, and again, I know transitive property doesn't apply, but I would be willing to bet you're not going to stink in conference. So, but no, overall, listen, I'm excited for the series this weekend. I feel really good about it. Again, it's college baseball at its finest. I will say I'm not giving away my prediction until tomorrow's show. So a little bit of a cliffhanger for you guys. Not going to give my prediction until tomorrow's show. But I will say this, and again, maybe this is giving it away. Maybe it's not. I don't think it is. I think this series is going to be way too close and competitive for either side to sweep in this one. I think all 3 games will come down to the wire. I don't think either side sweeps. I can tell you that much. So, I think you guys probably know which way I'm leaning when it goes to my pick. But, I don't think either side sweeps. I don't. I just, I do think South Carolina probably loses its first game of the weekend this weekend. But, hey, I mean, you never know, man. I'll tell you this. If we win all 3 this weekend, we might not lose a game. I mean, we literally might not lose a game this season. So, Sholin says, my alma mater played hard for 7 innings last night. Too bad that it's a 9-inning game. Yeah. Again, your guy on the mound, that lefty, bro, he kind of screwed over the Citadel, I think. Baseball gods got him. So John Gibbs, with all honesty in my body, if it wasn't at 9, I would watch. I will always watch our teams regardless how bad they are. But that doesn't mean I won't quit at halftime. Having Gamecock sports on is always a plus. I agree. Definitely. I'm not going to complain that we have sports to watch. Billy Prince too said we could be 15-15 in conference this year and still be top 15 in baseball. Yeah, that's how good the SEC is. That's how tough it is. So Ben Tanner says, I'm saying we win Friday and Sunday. So you think Thomas Farr beats Ty Madden? That would be one hell of a way to start it. That's for damn sure. That would be one hell of a way to start it. So Savannah Webster, has anyone watched Vanderbilt, Florida living up to the hype? Both clubs are really good. Both clubs are really, really good. I've watched a little bit here and there, more Florida than Vanderbilt. I know Florida has struggled at times. I think they're kind of young. But again, they've got all the talent in the world. And in Vandy, I mean, with Jack Leiter and Kumar Rocker, those are two big league pitchers pitching in college. So both will be really tough. Both will be really, really tough. That's for sure. Steven, yes, Texas is ranked 19th in the country. Yep, we're 12th. They're 19th. Johnny Paul says, not trolling, but I think SC loses the first game this weekend. It's at Texas. They're really good. Wouldn't shock me if Texas found a way to win the series. I mean, listen, I think it's a coin flip. I really do. I think it's a coin flip. It's interesting because I don't think many of us expected South Carolina to be ranked ahead of Texas coming into this series. So I think you almost look at it, it's like, is South Carolina the favorite in this series? And I think, again, you look at the matchup between Texas's pitching and hitting and South Carolina's pitching and hitting. Where can the Gamecocks win the matchups? Because Texas, very, very good on the mound. The Gamecocks lineup, very solid. We feel good about it. The Gamecocks pitching staff, very, very good. Texas hitters, can they give that Texas pitching staff enough this weekend? That's the question. Because I think we're going to hit. Again, I think it'll be a tough challenge tomorrow night. Ty Madden is as filthy as anybody in the country. It'll be a challenge. But over the full course of the weekend, I think we'll hit enough. And I think you got to like your odds if you're South Carolina, because I love the matchup between the Gamecocks pitchers and the Texas lineup. So, and I think that might be the difference for you. I think that might be the difference for you. Your pitching is going to be able to do more against their lineup than their pitching is going to be able to do against your lineup, if that makes sense. So, yeah, again, Savannah, it's a coin flip, definitely. It's a coin flip, no doubt. Scott Steamy says Wes wakes up this series. I sure hope so. Yeah, listen. I'm not worried about Wes Clark. I mean, it's baseball, man. He, like I said, he wasn't going to hit 700 all year. You know what I mean? He wasn't going to hit 4 homers a weekend all year. He'll be fine. Wes Clark will be fine. Ben Tanner, do you think Peters will take the closer spot from Carey here soon? No, I do not. I think they feel good about Carey in that closer role, and I think Peters will be a long relief guy. I think he'll continue to be that guy for you. Oh, God, bro. Johnny Paul says, this is how sad the Fairweathers are. They have a struggling team. They're ready to immediately jump ship. Fans saying they won't watch. No wonder Izzy and JC came after the Fairweather fans. Bro, because are you talking about basketball? Really? I mean, bro, acting like Clemson basketball fans would watch their team. Like, are Clemson fans tuning into baseball? Like, I highly doubt it. And the whole Izzy and JC thing, bro, listen, if they feel some type of way about the fans, then to hell with them. That's what I'll say. To hell with them both. So if they feel that way, I don't know that they do. But if they do, then to hell with them. So don't let the door hit you on the way out. And if you really want to go there, I'll go there with you. Appreciate what they did at USC. Tip my cap to them, and that'll be it. Bygones be bygones. But if they feel any type of way about the fan base that supported them and paid for tickets and went and watched that sorry-ass team they played on the last 3 years, then that's just on them. That's all I'll say. That's just on them. So, is what it is. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. We got about 15 minutes left here on a Thursday. Thursday, March the 11th, 2021. Like I said, vlog, by the way, quick reminder, vlog dropped on YouTube this morning. About to throw it up on social media as soon as we get off of here. Really fun stuff. We talk about, or not talk about, but document sports. Sports are fun, especially when you're winning. I went to Pilates. Miss TSUS made an appearance in the vlog. Kind of starting to revamp the studio. So good stuff. Good stuff today. Very, very good stuff on the vlog. That's for sure. Episode 10 of Behind the Beak. I'm trying to drop this thing weekly, literally weekly. And hell, I'd like to go through the summer with it, to be honest. W Latrell, keep JP. We still need something to laugh about in these troubled times. Who is Johnny Paul? Yeah, Courtney Washington. Those were not real Gamecock fans. Izzy and JC made a business decision. Noah was mad at them for it. Yeah, I mean, I think most people just supported them and said best of luck to you. So, and I said the same thing. USC Insider, how about Clemson fans DMing Sims after the Clemson basketball loss saying racial slurs in his DMs? Really? Did that happen? Wow, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Shullen, fun fact for today, South Carolina basketball has more ACC tournament titles than Clemson does in the past 50 years. You hate to see it. You absolutely hate to see it. Ronnie Pace, did you get in touch with Roth? I actually he hadn't responded, man. He's for whatever reason, I don't know if he's ducking me or what's going on. Does anybody have a prediction for the game tonight, by the way? Lance Player, what's up, man? We crowing on a Thursday. What's up? Yeah, does anybody have a prediction for the game tonight? Anybody got predictions? My prediction, I'll tell you guys, is 82-70 Ole Miss. I got 82-70. I think it'll be another typical South Carolina basketball game. You know, we shoot poorly. They shoot great. Devontae Shuler will have 25, 30 points, and that'll be that. Dude, I'll ask you guys this, though. How great is it going to be? I know this is going to sound bad, but how great is it going to be on the Daily Crow tomorrow when we're sitting here just talking baseball and like basketball is just over? You know what I mean? And we're like, it's over. It's done. It's finished. It's completed. Basketball season is completed. Like, how nice is that going to feel? Honestly. How nice is that going to feel? I mean, it's going to be so great. Going to be so great. So great. People saying you guys are saying predict lose by 15, 20. Billy Prince Deuce is 84-66 Ole Miss. Santa Webster, what time is the second game tomorrow if they win? I'll tell you guys. Let's just play the fun hypothetical game, right? Like, why not? Let's play the fun hypothetical game. Let's see. So we are game 5. So yeah, it would overlap actually. And we would be taking on the LSU Tigers. Yeah, because game 8 is at 7. And so it'd be 25 minutes after game 8. So literally like the same time as tonight, that's when it would be. So it would be like we'd probably be near the end of the baseball game and basketball would literally be starting. So again, I don't think we're going to have to worry about that, but that's just me. So Ronnie Pace. Yes, I did see what Cornblue said about Frank Martin. I think Frank Martin's coming back. I just don't see any way. I don't see any way that he's done. I don't see it. I don't see it. Eric Shelley, is Heinrich could go for the weekend, or do we stick with Satterfield? I think Satterfield plays. It all depends on Jeff's health. I don't know what his health is like, to be totally honest with you. So, yeah, I don't know what his health is like. I mean, Kingston said Tuesday he was around 70% good to go. I didn't expect him to play last night. Will he play this weekend? Like I said, I have no. He'll have to be 100%. They're not going to push him. They're not going to throw him out there before he's ready. So he's going to have to be 100% for you. Courtney Washington, there's no way we lose no matter the outcome. Schuler's an Irmo kid, comes from a good family. Butt cases, we will win. They're going to make people talk about them. LOL, 78, 75 Gamecock. Shulin says, shock the world. Brad Vail, do you think the women's team gets a 1 or 2 seed in the tournament? They should get a 1. I mean, damn, you won the SEC tournament. What that's got to mean something, right? Like I would think so, but I have no idea. John Gibbs, knowing nothing about Texas this year, we will go win, lose, win. Take the series. Would love to see it. Hey, just find a way to win the series. So, Ronnie Pace, you're going to be at the Friday night game against Florida. Me and a buddy are coming down for that game. Yeah, I'm going to try to be. Yeah, that's my plan is to be there. My plan is to be there. So, Johnny Paul, so you don't agree that Muschamp was a clown? I mean, Muschamp was definitely a clown. So, definitely a clown. Did you guys see the video that switching? Hey, let's talk a little football. Did you guys see the video that Gamecock football put out? Really cool stuff with like the coaches and their NFL experience, and I thought that was really cool, honestly. Savannah Webster, we need the spot opposite of UConn. Yeah, I agree. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. I love how people are we're not even asking questions anymore. We're just shit talking in the comments. We're just shit talking in the comments. Ed McKinnis, does Wes Clark break out of his slump this weekend? I think so. Again, I don't expect him to hit 700 or anything, but I think Wes Clark will have a bounce back weekend. Yes, I do. I think he'll lock in. I think you'll see, I don't want to say this team's playing down to its competition or anything like that. That's definitely not what I'm saying, but I think you will see this team truly lock in this weekend. Like I think it's going to be a team that is totally locked in to this series. Again, it's college baseball at the highest level, man. How could you not be? So I think it's going to be awesome. I'm just like honestly reading you guys' comments right now. I'm honestly just letting y'all go at it in the comments. This is funny. Again, I got 82-70 Ole Miss, in case you guys are wondering. 82-70. Yeah, I think probably Bama wins it all when it comes to the tournament. SEC tournament, not national, SEC tournament. W. Luttrell, too close. A 12-point loss is too close for this team. I'm giving them way too much credit, right? John Gibbs says, I'm picking Arkansas. I don't think it's a bad pick. I don't think it's a bad pick at all. I don't think that's a bad pick at all. I'll tell you though, guys, again, I know I talked about the baseball game a lot from last night already, but great win last night for sure. Again, all it comes down to in the midweek is just finding a way to win. Doesn't matter if it's pretty. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. None of that matters as far as, is it a pretty win? There are not style points in baseball. There are not style points in baseball, right? Doesn't matter if you win by a run or by 10 runs. As long as you get the W in the midweek, as long as you get the W, period, that's to me, that's all I really care about. So, of course, there are certain things you want to see in trends, and I want to see less strikeouts this weekend. I want to see the approaches improve early in the count as far as our guys not doing too much, not expanding, getting too big. Listen, you're going to face guys with really, really good stuff this weekend. You're going to face guys with outstanding stuff. But, you got to simplify, hit it where it's pitched, take the ball the other way. Obviously easier said than done, especially when you're facing guys like Ty Madden and all that. But, overall, I'm excited for it, man. I'm excited for the series this weekend. It's going to be legendary. And, hey, you know what? Tonight, we get to watch this team one more time, this basketball team. I know most of us are not looking forward to it. But you know what? Like I said, we're going to go down with the sinking ship. I refuse to act like this team's not playing tonight because guess what? They are. And so pregame show at 8 o'clock, 8 to 8:30. Robbie Davis texts in again. Again, a win is a win. I don't care how we get it. Love your show. Robbie, thank you so much. I appreciate it. John Gibbs, would you agree to an extent it matters when we play Charleston Southern and lose? Wouldn't that hurt us later on if we had an average to mediocre season? Well, John, we haven't lost. So, I mean, yeah, you don't want to, you want to take advantage of the midweeks. Yes, we haven't lost yet. So, it's one hell of a hypothetical. But Savannah Webster, the times for the SEC play in baseball, I know they're released. Yeah, so they actually are released, I think, for the first two series. Vandy, it looks like 7:30, noon, and 2, and Florida 7, 4, and noon. So, guys, again, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Quick reminder, if you haven't done so, check out the podcast that dropped this morning, episode 398. We're about to hit 400, but episode 398, I talked a little midweek roundup with the Gamecocks getting the win last night over Citadel, Texas series preview, basketball game preview for tonight, also your listener questions, and a fantastic interview with former Gamecocks baseball player Chris Brown, played in 05 and 06. We had a great conversation with him as well, guys. A packed Thursday here. Again, content bleeding out of the eyeballs, and we absolutely love it. Guys, again, thank you so much for tuning in. Go Cox. We'll talk tonight. Again, pregame show. Tune in 8 to 8:30. Let's cheer on the boys one last time. But again, guys, thank you so much. Appreciate y'all tuning in, and we'll talk to you soon, guys.